Hi, Adam Campbell with Inside Triathlon, sitting here with Jeff Suffolk of Red Rock Company, and Tim DeBoom, two-time Ironman world champion. Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about the some of your events, what Red Rock Company is, and then also the Pro-Am race?
Sure, thanks. We began hosting events in 2003 in Tempe, Arizona, and now we've expanded. We had 30 races, and we've kind of condensed down to 15. Our highlight race of the year is the Soma Half Ironman in October. Tim's the reigning champion of it right now. We've had great men's pro field, great women's pro field for the last few years. It's an event that sells out at about 1,600 people, and just this year we announced the Timex Olympic distance and sprint distance race. It's going to be in September, and then most recently we have the Pro-Am, which was brought to us by an investment group out of Long Island, and they own PGA Pro-Am Tour event, and they created this whole concept that's going to be brand new to triathlon, and we're really excited about announcing it, and we're thankful that Inside Triathlon is covering this and breaking the news on it. Basically, it's a prize purse of approximately $500,000. The concept is professional athletes racing with age group athletes, and it's the first team that cross the finish line wins. There's no age groups, there's no male, female, and it's all one wave, and they go, and the first team to cross the finish line gets the big prize. And we're pretty excited about it. It's going to be pretty cool, and we're excited to have Tim on our team. Tim's our spokesperson for the event, and also our pro liaison, and also going to be competing for the $500,000 as well. It's just over an Olympic distance. It's 1.5 kilometer swim, a 40-mile bike, and a 9-mile run. And so it's just a little bit longer than an Olympic distance, and really doesn't give an advantage to anybody, a swimmer, biker, or runner. And there's so many variables that can happen to make any team the winning team. So it's really there's so much can happen. This kind of makes this a very exciting thing. There's going to be all-female teams, there's going to be co-ed teams, and all-male teams, of course. And if you look at the way it pans out, anyone can win this whole event.
So Tim, with a $250,000 prize purse, or $500,000 prize purse, you said,
yeah.
What does this mean for you, and why would you be involved? What gets you excited about being involved with a race like this, and why would you be willing to race with an age group per se? I mean,
well, I've been in the sport a long time, and I did Soma for the first time last year, and I really enjoyed that race, liked the venue, and Jeff did a fantastic job putting on the race. And immediately I knew that was just another one of those races that I wanted to support and keep doing. And when Jeff came with this concept for the Pro-Am, I knew that it was something unique for triathlon. And I mean, some of these events have thrived, and we have the Lifetime race, which is a big money race, but it doesn't appeal to all the athletes. It kind of fits in with the short course guys, and I couldn't even get an invite to it, and so it just doesn't really appeal to everybody. And for me, I'm looking for different events and different opportunities and things that I think can help grow the sport. The sport needs all the help it can get. I mean, Ironman is definitely the top of the sport. It trumps everything. It sits at the top of the pyramid, and we need other events that are going to come up and add something to the sport of triathlon. And for me, I think it can draw international attention by having a Pro-Am. And if I was an age grouper, I would love to be able to race side by side with my favorite pro if I could afford it.
Who would that be?
Right now, jeez, I don't know. There's too many out there to choose from. But I think it's going to be. I really hope it takes off in a big way, and I'm 100% behind it. I'm talking to all my buddies out there, my peers, and just trying to let them know that this is going to be a special event. It can be, a fun event for the season. It doesn't have to be, yes, there's a lot of money involved, but for me, it's more about really having some fun out there again. I'm really at that point where I'm choosing races more for enjoyment and some exposure and helping the sport again. So anything I can do for it is what I'm planning on doing.
Really, you only have to go as fast as your age grouper goes, and that's the biggest variable for this whole event. The way it's going to play out, we've got 80 pros that are signed up to do the event right now, and there's no limit on it, but that's the minimum amount of pros that we're going to have go for the bidding process. So let's take Tim for an example. Tim's going to be on active.com where we're going to do the bidding, and it will be open for anyone to bid for it. And say Tim goes for $15,000. His age group
much more than that.
So Tim goes for $100,000, and his age grouper could be a slower athlete, but someone who wants to race and train with Tim, and I'm sure Tim is going to bring him up to Boulder, this age grouper, or her.
It'd be like boot camp.
And a scary, scary boot camp. And but then we also have an all-female team of two 21-year-old girls. One's a pro, one's an age grouper, and they go fast. And those girls can go, close to our Olympic distance. And say if Tim gets mixed up with the right or wrong person, these girls have potential of beating, one of the top athletes in the world right now. And that's what makes this concept so cool.